Now let's talk about race and politics. Let me say this. There is an organization that somebody really encouraged me to be a part of on social media, and the group is called Be the Bridge. And my dad's nickname was the Bridge Builder. There's a bridge named after my dad, and obviously if you hear me talk at any length, you know that I really believe in having communication with people that think differently and then finding ways to work together. So I joined this social media Facebook group called Be the Bridge, and long story short, I made a post on a page there that resulted in me being immediately banned from it and canceled from it. Like I wasn't able to ever have a dialogue of confirming why I was banned or getting anything out. They just kicked me out of the group completely. And then later on, when I posted on Facebook just to tell my Facebook friends I had been canceled, one person from that organization called me, and when I answered the phone, they were screaming at me and they called me a racist and an idiot and a non-Christian and some other things, and hung up on me. So what was it that I posted on Be the Bridge that caused it such a viral reaction? What I posted was that I think one of the signs of success in the civil rights movement of today is, at some point, wouldn't it be great if the African American vote in America is split equally 50% Republican and 50% Democrat? Now think about that. I don't think that it's right for Democrats to assume they have the black vote. I don't think it's right for Republicans to assume they don't. I frankly think both political parties should be wooing the black vote. They should be showing up at black colleges and black organizations and working hard to earn that vote. That seems to make a lot of sense to me. But when I posted that, a segment of the population went very, very aggressive, very upset very quickly. And why is that? My guess is because it's more about power than it is about policy. It's more about the threat of a black vote splitting and the fear of what that might create for some people in power. I just fundamentally disagree with that. I think that we got to be about policies that work, right? We need both parties. I think we need black leadership in both parties. I'm not here to say that I think all young blacks in college should vote Republican or they should all vote Democrat. I think they should vote however they feel called to based on the policies they believe in. But no group should assume that vote. I will tell you what I personally experienced that I think is very, very dangerous is there are times when white Democrats are not really fully vested in some black communities because they mistakenly think they have that vote and they don't focus on it. And then Republicans won't even try because they think they'll never get the vote. And the net effect is neither one of those parties really taking care of the black vote. And that's a problem. And when we look across the country at communities that are really in need, you know, I raise my kids that when they see a police officer, that is somebody that they can trust and count on, right? And if other communities, they're not teaching that, and they're not teaching that because they actually can't, all of our communities have a problem. We got to work on that. Now, let me just also throw something else in there. We talk about Black Lives Matter, and we talk about those issues. If I were to say, in any community that you live in, if a black man were to die prematurely, sooner than his life expectancy, what would be the cause of his death? Statistically, what would it be? And I can tell you that statistically, the cause of his death more than likely would be heart disease, diabetes, obesity. It is far more of an issue in this nation about healthy eating and exercise and mental health than it is about some of the other topics. Not to say the other topics aren't important. They absolutely are, and they can correlate. Across America, 6% of our population has diabetes. In the black community, it's 12%. In Eatonville, which is really close to me, it's an all-black community, it's 25%. 1 in 4 residents has diabetes. So when somebody says to me they strongly believe in Black Lives Matters, my response is, what are you doing to promote healthy eating and healthy exercise in the black communities of where you live? What are we doing to deal with the concept of food deserts? What are we doing to promote how to have access to and eating healthy and well-balanced meals. I go back to my earlier statement of like, what are we doing to make sure that we're promoting access in Black communities to the vision of becoming a lawyer, becoming a politician, becoming a judge? How are we influencing people to go in those worlds? So we've got to learn as a community to move past just talking about tweeting or concepts or talking about this group of people's races or this group of people's races, and really talking about what are specific actionable items we can do to make communities healthier, happier, more productive. You know, if we have lower rates of diabetes across America, we have people with higher energy. They can do more things. We have less medical costs. We can get people out of medical care so that other people who have a cancer or some other issue the beds are available for their treatment. So these are really, really important topics, and some of them are not sexy to talk about, but they're really, really important. And some of them are not getting addressed by politicians, and they're not getting addressed by pastors. But maybe Crossman Career Builders can talk about them, and maybe we can get other CEOs and business leaders to talk about them, and then partner together to really help people have better, happier lives. And that's another topic we'd like to talk about at Crossman Career Builders.